Good night, everybody. Ooh, it is a beautiful Monday. Well, it all depends on where you are in the city of Toronto. Now, if you're not turning in from Toronto, I hope the weather is nice out there for you. So, of course, you're listening to the beautiful sounds of Calabash as we come on in. Come on into the Victory Speak show tonight. Tonight's a great night. It's always a great night when I get to meet you guys, connect with everybody live. And for those of you on the replay, well, I look forward to having you one day on the live. Tonight, you are listening to the songs of Calabash. It is Caribbean jazz led by Anthony Pierre, and the main piece of instrument is the steel band. Know why? Because I am from Trinidad, and of course, the land of steel band and calypso. Yep, so you got some of my favorite music on tonight. And before we get started, I say get comfy, get yourself a drink. I got mine. In fact, I got two. And get your snacks. Make sure you're comfy. It's a little chilly in Toronto tonight. Now, you never know when those wisdom keys are going to drop. So I always tell you, grab that notepad. I always have mine with some paper because you know what? You can always learn something from each other. And if you can, remember to share this if you are live. And even if you're not live, share the conversation. We got lots to learn, lots to do, lots of things to connect with. So, welcome to the Victory Speaks Inspire Conversation series where iron sharpens iron. That's you and me sharpening each other. And I'm your host, Nicole Waldron, your voice of victory and your mental fitness coach. And I'm on a mission, people. I'm on a mission to inspire you to live a life of victory, a victorious lifestyle. I believe we all need to mind our minds to cultivate that victory mindset. You know, we have many conversations in our lifetime, and in this season in particular, we seem to be having more meaningful conversations about life, about purpose, about where we are, what we shouldn't be doing, what we shouldn't be doing. It's just that time of reevaluation. I know I'm having countless inspired conversations with people doing amazing work, and I want to share them with you. So this is why this series is coming to you. Now, we have another series on the Victory Speak show. On Wednesdays, we have Minding Our Mind, our Wellness Wednesdays, and we talk about all things about self-care, our mental health, our physical health, and that's a special series as well. And also, we'll be enhancing the show and broadening the scope of the show as time goes by. Now, if you haven't watched the show before, go back to YouTube. Not right now, later, and get some of the past shows. Tonight, I want to bring to you two women that I met through their sister, a phenomenal woman as well, that I met years ago working on a project on diversity. Debbie, I love you. I thank you for this knowledge of your sister and your niece. So before I get into this conversation, let me introduce my fabulous guest tonight. Now, Xaria Levy is the Chief Executive Officer and Partner at Station Noire, a quarterly subscription box service packed with beauty and wellness products made and owned by Black Canadian women. Xaria wanted to provide a platform for emerging Black female-led artists whilst reminding people to take the time to do some self-care. She believes we all take self-care for granted. Sometimes we all get caught up with life, but it's important to take those moments to yourself and indulge. By creating Station Noire, Xaria hopes to connect people of all ethnicities by providing a lifestyle brand of quality self-care products made with all skin types in mind. She is Mississauga born with Bayesian and a Jamaican background. That's a wonderful combination. Xaria is 24 years old with two of the world's most supportive parents and the best little sister in the world. She is newly graduated and ready to take on the world of subscription boxes. Now, she loves to travel, hike, and cook with her boyfriend. I wonder if you're going to tell us about that. And she hopes to travel to every continent one day and retire on the beach. I am right there with you, my friend. And now Gail Levy is the Chief Operating Officer and Partner at Station Noire, the same subscription box service that features beauty and wellness products made and owned, of course, as we said before, and I want you to get this, female Black-owned businesses. And along with her daughter, she hopes to make Station Noire a lifestyle brand showcasing all things Black and beautiful by connecting people of all ethnicities with emerging Black female-led businesses. And I am excited about that because this is so in tune with what we are about Victory Speaks. Gail brings to the company an educational background in human resources management, project management, combined with over 20 years of managerial experience and her own previous entrepreneurial experience as a food truck owner in the Caribbean. Oh, I need to know about that. Gail is a Toronto-born Canadian with a Barbadian background, and she has been married for 26 years to the luckiest guy on the planet and has 2 amazing daughters. Gail, she enjoys traveling, music, and dancing, and challenging jigsaw puzzles. I feel she's my sister because she likes half the stuff that I like. And she wants to tour the continent of Africa one day. We're going to be traveling buddies together. So, without further ado, help me welcome to the Victory Speaks stage these 2 phenomenal women, Gail and Xaria.
Hello.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. Okay, let me behave myself because I'll just get carried away with everything else. How are you ladies doing tonight?
We're great. We're great.
Fantastic. It's a sunny day. We can't complain.
Listen, it is sunny. Let's continue with that. We keep on with the sun here in Toronto because I'm seeing those snow clouds outside. I'm getting a little scared. Scared. Just a little. Now, you know, it is not often one gets to bring on a first and second generation Canadian mother and daughter duo. This is a first for the show, I can tell you that.
Yes.
What's it like, Gail, to be that first generation Canadian?
It's exciting. You know, my parents came here from Barbados via England. So they, you know, it's different, I guess, to be the forefront of your family, I guess, in this country. My sisters are British, so they like to brag about being British. But, you know, I think Toronto is that. And I'm glad to be able to go on this journey with my daughter and raise her in this country here. That's been pretty good.
Are people surprised when they hear you're first generation Canadian?
Yes, they generally want, they always say, well, what's your background or where are you from, for sure. But I think once I start talking, they kind of say, oh, yes, you're Canadian. Canadian,
eh? Yeah, no, you do. you do. You can't, you know what? It's funny. Black Canadians have a particular accent. It's so unique and so different. And so, Gail, for you, not for Gail, Xaria, for you, now you're second generation, technically first generation in a way, Canadian. What's it been like for you, being that in your what generation are you in? The Z generation, the XY? What generation are they calling you? The Gen X generation?
Technically I do fit into Gen Z, but I feel like I'm very much in that cusp in between Gen Z and millennial because
right.
I don't know, I'm in 97, so that's very different from kids who were born in like 2001.
Totally. Yeah, my son was born in 95, so I totally get what you mean. What's it like being a Canadian, a Black Canadian woman growing up here for you?
For me, like growing up as a kid, I feel like I took a lot of things for granted. So I got like the opportunity to move to Jamaica where things were a lot different. So I got like different perspective, and then moving back, I was able to kind of change my like world perspective on things and like being a Black woman. So I was able to be a lot more grateful for the country that I live in and the mobility that I'm able to have, whether it comes to your sexuality or, you know, if you want to speak out on anything, you're able to have that platform to do so. Yeah.
So I caught something. So you spent some time in Jamaica.
Yeah, we moved there in 2010.
2010, yeah. We packed up the family, sold our house, and we moved everything to Jamaica. My husband's from Jamaica. So we moved there and we started a food truck business that we had there for 4 years, selling pizza.
Wow. What was that? Okay. Tell me more.
Well, initially we went there. We bought a couple of homes that we were renting out. So initially we were going there for that purpose, but we also always were looking for a niche market. And we had a great friend there, gentleman named Andre Dixon, who worked in the Margaritaville chains, and he gave us a lot of great advice on like things to look for in terms of finding a niche market. And one thing that we knew that people all around the world eat, doesn't matter where you are, everybody loves pizza. So we were tossing up between pizza and roti, actually. And then we decided to go with pizza, which was a good idea. So yeah, so it was pretty cool. We had a food truck. Xaria and her sister Layla worked on the food truck with us when we did festivals. And yeah, it was a really great experience.
Free child labor.
I love your sense of humor. What was it like for you, Zaria? What was it like for you, like being in Jamaica, like never had lived there before, total Canadian, and going to Jamaica? But then I guess your dad's Jamaican, right? So it tells me that you had the roots in the house. I guess did they keep their background, their roots of Jamaican, the Barbadian roots in the house alive growing up here? So you weren't so shell shocked going to Jamaica?
I would say my mom was a lot more Canadian because I think that was just like the household that she'd grown up in. But my dad was very always the Jamaican vibes through and through. So, and we go to like Jamaica almost every year. So like moving there, it wasn't like a big deal,
Okay.
but yeah, definitely took the beach for granted, which is upsetting because now that I live here, I'm like, oh my God, I used to complain like, oh, we have to go to the beach again. But now it's like, take me back.
Listen, the beach again. Yeah, you know what?
Right? Imagine.
I am sure COVID must, people who are in, and I'm thinking of my friends in Trinidad because I see them living a totally different lifestyle than we are living here. To be there in the pandemic must be totally different. Are you hearing what are you hearing from your friends back home and family?
Oh yeah, they're just my friends on Instagram, they're posting like, oh, another beach day, and they're showing how the beach is pretty empty, and I'm just like,
must be nice.
Would you consider going back?
Yes.
I don't know.
Ooh.
I would.
Kate, you would move?
I would consider moving back, yes.
I don't know that I would move.
I would.
Well, I would say half and half.
For half the year. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll hold your suitcase. I'll come.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll hold the suitcase.
More than welcome.
I'm loving it. So, last month was, International Women's Month, International Women's History Month, and you guys are creating history. And the theme was choose to challenge. What would you both choose to challenge within yourselves as we get into 2021?
You want to go first or I'm going to go first?
You can go first if you're ready.
You're like twins. You're like twins.
I guess I chose to challenge like what I felt my limits were. I went to school for radio broadcasting and I knew that I wanted to do something on air, but I wasn't 100% sure. And it wasn't until halfway through the year that I was kind of like, I need something for myself. And I always knew that I wanted something for myself, but it was just figuring out what that was. So I think that's what it's just, I just wanted to challenge being able to find, something for yourself and see it through and make it like, become alive. My baby's now born.
I love that. What about you, Gail?
It's almost, I guess, quite similar to Zaria's. It's like, I chose to challenge myself to find, like, since we moved back, we've been back for now, it'll be 6 years this month. Wow. And to challenge myself to find something else again to do for myself along that entrepreneurial lines. And as I loved having my own business and being my own boss, and I wanted to get back to that in some way, some form, somehow. And thanks to this great girl here, we got back to that.
I love it. I love the synergy between the two of you. That is so precious to see. So let's dive in. This Noire Box. Like, I saw Debbie, and welcome to everybody live and on the replay. I see Debbie's online, Joan's online, Lovemore's online, Haley's online, Madge is online. So we got lots of people online. Be sure to send in. If you have a question, send it in. If you're live, send it in. Can't promise you for the replay. This is why you got to tune in live. Now, I saw Debbie one day. I was peeping in her stories, and she opened this box and was like, what the heck is that? Where? She said, this is my sister and my niece's company. I was like, please tell me more. And I want to meet them. And so said, so done. So tell us about this amazing. Oh, there is your sister and your daughter. So proud of my mom and my sister. Hold on, let's show you. Let's show you.
Aww.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Just had to throw that in there. So tell us about the company and the vision for the company.
Yeah. So the company started, like, I feel like I keep repeating that it keeps coming out of the summer, like last summer, but it really did come out of last summer, going down to the protests. And my parents have always instilled values in me, to be vocal about like injustice in any race, but also like what it meant to be a Black woman or just a Black person in general in this society. And we've always talked about, being able to really support your community. And for the first time, we were actually having conversations about supporting Black businesses, and people were putting directories up all the time for Black businesses. And I thought, you know what, this is such a good time. And we really need, if we say we're going to do it, we need to do it. And we actually have to create something for our community. So I wanted to include, like I mentioned, self-care, because it's something we take for granted. And the last summer, like I said, was so exhausting mentally and physically that I wanted us to just take a moment to take care of yourself and be able to support your community at the same time. I hope it makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Totally.
So yeah. Sorry, there was like another question, like a two-part.
No, so go ahead about the vision and the intention for the company. So you started it out of the pandemic. You started thinking about self-care and Black businesses and how you were going to support them. So there were many ways that one can support a Black business. What made you come this way? Tell us about the company. What is the company? What is the Noire Box? I feel so excited when I say the Noire Box. I want to speak French after I say it. Go ahead.
The Noire Box it's a lifestyle brand. It's dedicated to just taking care of yourself. And we want to give you quality and luxury products, because a lot of times you can go to Walmart or these stores and you can pick up a face mask, but is it quality? Maybe not. It's probably going to make your skin break out. We want quality products that are made with people who are thinking about good skin, people who care about putting natural products and stuff like that on your skin. And I think like vegan products and natural products are a really big thing right now in the industry, with the cosmetics industry, every industry, skincare as well. So it was a great opportunity to kind of get onto that and say, you know what, there's Black businesses who make vegan skincare as well. Here they are. Let's showcase them.
And so, but why did you focus, Gail, on Black Canadian women? You didn't just focus on Black businesses. You specifically went to Black Canadian women. Why is that, Gail?
Because we feel it's an underrepresented market. Us Black women, we do a lot of great things, and we don't always get to be in the forefront. So instead of just, Black businesses or businesses that offer products for Black or other races, we wanted to make sure that we focus on Black businesses, and we want to focus on females because we want to empower females.
I really like that. And so when I'm thinking of the box and what's in it, is there a social message? Is there a message that you want to also give as you do this box to Canadians and to the world?
I want people to shop consciously. I think more than anything, because I think now more than ever, we're able to have conversations, like I said, about being able to shop consciously and where your dollar's going and how it can affect the community. Some places in the States, they're getting reparations, but not everyone is. So we have to be able to support our own any way that we can, I guess, if that makes sense.
Oh, it totally makes sense. It is totally makes sense. So now, how do you even go about picking the businesses, the products that go in the box?
You want me to, because I feel like I did a lot of that. Yeah.
She did most of the vendor. I came on board after, but she did most of the initial vendor looking.
I was just watching just different makeup brands and different skincare brands and just kind of what they were doing and how they were marketing to women. And I thought, this is interesting. And I thought, okay, there's definitely brands out there, because we were able to also, like I say, for the summer of the 2020 protests, is people put up a lot more directories of Black-owned businesses. So I was able to go through these lists and think, okay, what are these brands? We want to focus on self-care. what are things like, how are we going to do it? So at first it was kind of, are we going to do this monthly? Are we going to theme every box towards a specific type of demographic, like makeup, skincare? What are we going to do, right? We have to figure out how to work that as well, and seasonally work the best in terms of being able to give people products. So for the summer, you're going to have, things that are a little bit lighter, shimmery stuff, nice lighter things. In the winter, lots more butters, moisturizing types of things. So it's, as I say, it's like a lifestyle thing, because it's throughout the whole year, it's things that you need, and you don't have to. And now that we're in a pandemic, it can just get shipped straight to your door. You don't have to worry about waiting in a line at Bath and Body Works closed. So
Well, you have a fan here. I just got my Noire box today, and it's awesome. Thank you, Gail and Zaria. And
Yes.
Thank you,
from
Carrie.
thank you. We're happy you love it. Post it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
You better post on Instagram. And so, what do you want your customers to walk away feeling and knowing?
Feeling good that, one, they supported a Black female business. So not only by supporting our business, you're supporting 6, 7 other businesses, because of all the vendors that we have in there are all Canadian Black females as well. So it's not just one Black female business you're supporting, it's 6 or 7. And we're hoping to bring on some more vendors as we go along each season with each one of our boxes.
Well, I'm loving this comment here from this beautiful woman called Debbie. It's important to get your UJAMA, cooperative economics. You see, and that's also important. Why was that important for you as well, to bring forth, financial wealth and economics to Black women?
For me specifically, it was always going to the hair supply store, and you ask questions, and they're not I don't know if I should use it Asian. It's like,
they're not. Well, they don't necessarily understand it fully, because they're not.
Yeah.
They're not black, right? So they don't.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to help you with the products. They're really just there to sell it. And it's, as Black women, is we go to the hair care stores, and we're the majority of the people spending money in there. Millions and billions of dollars a year we spend on hair care products, but this money is going to communities that aren't us, or back to brands that aren't making the products with us in mind. So, and they make it so hard at the hair care stores too to get Black owned products, right? Or they're like super expensive. So you're like, you know what? I'm not going to get it. I'm just going to get this brand. So we just wanted to, just make it like convenient and affordable, because a lot of times it's not convenient and it's not affordable.
And I like that, because it's so true. And when you talk about it, it speaks to me of discrimination and racial discrimination that we have experienced, especially as Black women here and abroad. And, you talk about the business being birthed through your experience on the pandemic and going through the mart. What has been the effect of being discriminated against be like for the both of you? Because you come from 2 different age groups and generations. What's it been like for you, Gail? And then we can throw to Zaria.
Growing up, I grew up in predominantly white neighborhoods most of the time, like throughout Mississauga. So experienced it not, I would say, as directly in your face as it may have been probably in some other neighborhoods, but it's noticeable based on the things that are around you, everything that you see in terms of ads, products, the things we play with. You go to your friend's house to play dolls. They're all white dolls. So it definitely had an effect growing up, for sure.
And what about you, Zaria?
Yeah. Sorry, I just need you to kind of rephrase the question.
That's okay. No, it's okay. It's all good. When we speak about, racial discrimination, what's been your experience with it in growing up here in Canada as a Black woman?
I honestly, believe it or not, I didn't really face as much racial discrimination here as I did in Jamaica.
Wow.
Is but because I had gone to a private school, which was it was like an international school. So there was brown kids, there's white kids, there's kids of all different races, right? So I ended up being a minority there, because generally at international schools, a lot of like Black kids don't really go there, right? Because the locals go to the public schools. So it was kind of like, I didn't really experience a lot of like racism here, but it's like just when it comes to like the dolls, like she said, and just representation growing up and looking at magazines. No one ever looked like me, and whatever these body standards supposed to be were never going to be obtainable for this Black body. So it was just things like that growing up.
But we also were very good, I think, at exposing them to things. So
Yeah.
I would go to the US to find a black doll.
Yeah.
To give them black dolls.
They
like
always made sure we
Barbies
had
or-
representation. So
then identity has become very important for you as a family. What are some of the foundational things for you, Gail, that you wanted to make sure as you speak about that your daughters had as they learned their identity as Black women?
That they were unique in themselves and that they didn't have to feel that they had to, for lack of a better word, succumb to the pressures or what society is showing you as the standards of beauty, or what, like Xaria said, your body types, body images. We all know that we as Black women, most of us, we a little bit more on the booty side. So like, that's not, that you're not going to always find the clothes that are going to fit you the way that, they look like they're supposed to fit you. So,
yes. Yeah. I was very grateful to grow up with a lot of representation growing up, like in terms of like TV shows, movies, the dolls we had. My parents just always made sure that we were comfortable in our skin.
And you knew who you were. What advice would you have when you think about working with your mom, growing up with your mom and your family, to mothers raising young Black girls in this time where we're dealing with a pandemic and we're dealing with all these kinds of things happening with George Floyd is in our face, what's happening in Canada, the fear. What advice would you have for young girls, Gail?
Oh boy.
And you know what? And Xaria, you can always jump in. What was some of the best advice your mom gave you that kept you grounded and knowing who you were as a young Black woman?
I feel like from both parents, even it was just like about being educated and like knowing what you're talking about. So, and being able to have conversations with people. So I think that's where I got a lot of my experience for most of things, is being able to have conversations with people, because I was given that foundation to be able to educate myself on a topic and then now have conversations with people and open up their mind to things. And so, yeah, I guess advice I would give to, I don't know, young girls or moms is just, it is okay to be an educated Black woman. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, STEM education, all education. Like, and I think that's what it was too. There's never like, oh, you should just be a homemaker. It was like, if you want to be a scientist, be a scientist.
Exactly.
If you want to do this, do that. I think just letting your daughter know that, like, literally the sky is the limit. Like, you could do anything you want.
Do anything you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting because as I look at the two of you, I could tell the parents that you have, Xaria. I can tell the diaper dad that you have. You're so grounded and confident, and your mom, because of just how you are just sharing here tonight. It really just tells me the grounding that you had from your parents. Is that what gave you the courage to say, okay, I'm going down the street, I'm being in this pandemic, I'm seeing these protests, and now I have this business idea? Like, to start a business of this magnitude, what gave you even the gall? You had the gall to even start this. Like, really? How?
I don't know. You see people become overnight millionaires all the time. Over like literally like the tiniest, the craziest things that you think, why are we giving this person their money? So I don't know. I just, like, my parents were entrepreneurs before, and seeing them do it, I was like, why can't I do it? You know what I mean? Like, what's to stop me from doing it? Yeah. Nothing. So I don't know. It was an interesting time too, because I was probably like at my most mentally exhausted with everything going on. But I think that is what lit the fire. Is just, I was just so fed up, and I said, I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm doing it.
So what made you say yes, Gail, to when Xaria came to you and said, Mom, I'm going to be doing this company, and I want you. How did that conversation go? I'm curious. I just want to know.
She came to me and she said she had an idea for a company, for the Station Noire. That was a great name. And she explained to me what it was all about, that she wanted to create something. Well, it originally did start out with creating a space for us to get things that were by us, for us. And we realized that, well, we don't want to just single it out. Like, we do want to create things for ourselves, but we also don't realize that there's so much great products out there that everybody can use, but they're made by Black women. So when she came to me with the idea, I said, oh, wow, that's fantastic. I mean, sure, that's great. But at first I did think that she just wanted me on board to kind of help her with the administrative things and all, you know, a little background business information and that kind of stuff. But no, that was not her reasoning. It was more because she really wanted me to have something for myself as well. And that this, you know, hopefully this blows up and becomes big, and this is the future, baby, for the both of us. So
yeah,
she's looking towards my future as well, and not just hers, which is really nice.
Because she's just so much happier when she's her own boss. So yeah.
So you notice that about your mom. She you know what? I love that you actually thought about your mom. She's gonna be happy doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Okay. So you know what? Let's take a pause for a slight second to show people what's in this season's spring Noire Box. Okay, let's just bring this up here. If I do this right? If I do it right, I'm not doing it right. But
welcome back to Station Noire. We're going to take you through how we're packing our spring. Welcome back to Station Noire. We're going to take you through how we're packing our spring Noire Box. First, lots and lots of paper. Then we teamed up with Common Love to get you a shea butter and cocoa butter trio with Black African soap. Then we added a foot scrub from Unforgivingly Pure, a lip scrub from Deny Beauty, and a bath bomb from the Luxe Beautypolitan. Don't forget one more hand sanitizer from Unforgivingly Pure and 3 fragrances from Bailey. This is your spring Noire box. I hope you enjoy everything inside because we've packed it carefully just for you. Thank you, and we're happy to have you join the Station Noire family.
I am looking forward to getting my Station Noire box. I can tell you, I am so excited about this box. So what's in the spring box?
So the spring box, we have, so from Unforgivingly Pure, there's a Blue Mountain foot scrub. So it's like sea kelp. I don't want to say pink.
It's not Blue Mountain. It's pink Himalayan salt is that one. It's a foot. It's a 2-in-1 foot and body scrub.
Yeah, but this has sea kelp, Black African soap, and there's a salt. There's a pink Himalayan salt in there. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's what. And then anyway.
Oh, it's called Serenity. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
they have 2 scrubs.
They have
that's
2.
why.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, that one's Serenity, and then we also have hand sanitizers. They come in 3 different flavors, like Island Ting, Mint Margarita, all these different scents. But they're really cute. They're super moisturizing.
Oh, they're excellent.
They're amazing.
They're
excellent. So good, and the body foot scrub is 10 out of 10. It is.
And you know what? They're an amazing brand. I had Cola and Rochelle on here a few weeks ago, and their story and their product just are totally amazing. And the quality, and I first met them at How She Hustles, and I started using the natural deodorant, and I was always scared about using a natural deodorant, and it stood the test of time. So keep talking about that. Yeah, I'm liking that Unforgivingly Pure in there. Keep going. What else is in the box?
They're great. So we also from Common Love, they are doing the African black soap and the raw shea butter and the whipped cocoa butter. Okay. So those are, you know, we love our butters. So those are some great butters in the box for you.
They're so nice. Yeah. And then we also have from Deny Beauty, she has a lip scrub. So that's really good. It's all natural. So it's just like sugar lip scrub. And I always with the Luxe
from the Luxe Beautypolitan, we have a bath bomb, Vitality Bath Bomb. It's rose and apple. And when it melts out in the tub, there's rose petals that all come out through the tub.
What? Okay, that's for romantic. That's self-care and romantic all at the same. That's like a 2-in-1 love bomb. You can love on yourself.
If I could just break away for a second on the bath bomb, my girlfriend of mine bought it, the box. She got the box delivered. Sorry, I had delivered it. And her husband opened the box before she even got to it, saw the bath bomb. By the time she got up and came out, he already had the bath running, and he was going to go take a bath with the bath bomb. He loves bath bombs.
That's
God.
She didn't even
amazing.
get to use it.
That's amazing.
Right. So sorry, we'll get back there now. So
and then the last item,
Bailey fragrance.
Bailey fragrances. So there's 3 fragrances in their newest collection, which is the Limitless
collection.
So
Bailey is actually, they're not perfumes, but they're oils. So they're fragranted oils. So you get a little sample vial in there, and they're all natural, no parabens. Great, another company, 2 great women that run that company as well.
And that means it lasts longer with the oil.
Exactly.
It lasts longer with
just
the
need
oil.
a little tiny bit, and it
it's
lasts
like,
a lot longer, and some beautiful scents in there.
Anything else? Did we cover everything in the box?
That's everything. The 3 fragrances, the trio, bath bomb, lip scrub, body scrub, hand sanitizer. Yeah.
And so what's the worth of what's in the box and what someone will get the box for?
So the box is like worth close to $130 of all the products inside. And then if you subscribe for the year, each box is $65 and you get it every season. And then if you just want to try it out, it's $70 plus the tax and shipping.
So you're doing it every quarter. And then, or you can just, if you want to try it out for the first time, you can just get 1 box. So people, I'm just letting you know, there are not many boxes left. I'm just saying. I'm not going to tell you how many are left, but just going to tell you there are not many boxes
How many left? And we will be launching the summer box will be launching in the end of May.
Okay, so get ready, people. If you miss Mother's Day, tough luck. But that means you can still spoil somebody for summer. Ronald is asking, is the Noire Box will venture into other products? Will you other projects? So that tells me what's next for the Noire Box? What do you want to do with the company?
I don't know what's next immediately, but you know what would be really nice? I was thinking about the other day, and you're going to hear this for the first time. But it would be it would be nice to either create some sort of charity or team up with a charity.
We did talk about that before. That we do want to team up with a charity that empowers girls or women specifically.
Yeah, but I specifically want like sanitary products or something for women who can't get access. Because honestly, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of homeless women or even women who just can't afford sanitary products, and they need them, and they're so expensive.
Yeah, feminine hygiene
products. Yeah.
Well, you see this lady here that said the first box is on order for me right now, Joan Pierre. And so Joan's daughter actually works with a charity that collects feminine products and does that. So we'll connect you to Joan and Kathy, because that's something that is very high on their list.
Excellent.
And I know I see, and Ronald, actually, his wife, Naomi, just launched a book last year, and they both are raising 2 of their 3 sons with sickle cell. And so they are now really championing the cause of sickle cell, and Naomi's a phenomenal woman. So I can see where Ronald's going with this thought and the box, and he's based in Montreal. So that's a beautiful market there for you. And now Joan is asking, what is Joan asking us here? Gail, you did very well job as a parent first to work with your daughter. That is not easy. And this business relationship is a beautiful one. I admire you both.
Thank you, Joan.
That brings me to the question, what it's been like working together.
It's so much fun.
It is fun. I mean, we have our moments because we both are very strong-headed individuals.
Strong personalities,
and so I have to also remember that it's not mother-daughter, right? It's partners. So, right? So,
and she's like very organized. So if I'm not like in the organization, it's like, get in the folders.
But for the most part, it's
so much fun. I love it.
Yeah, it's been good.
It speaks to the beautiful relationship you had, because even, the fact that you're able to switch on, okay, today we're right now in this space, we're mother and daughter, but when we're in this space, we are partners. So how were you able to do that switching in your brain? What made you, how do you do that?
I think it's mutual respect.
Mutual respect. Yeah.
I respect everything that she has to offer the company. And
I respect that this is her baby, and that, so I don't try to step on her toes, but I'm not silent, but at the same time, very respectful of like how the directions that she likes to take the company, give my input, and as we are partners, but Yeah.
Yeah. It's just very easy. Like even growing up, it's very easy to talk to my mom about a lot of things. I talked to her about like everything. So it's just, I think it's just because we have that relationship where we can just talk to each other about anything.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, this is inspirational. Like, how did you foster that relationship as mother and daughter? And I know your other sister is listening on the line, so be very careful, Zaria. Very careful how you answer this question.
I don't know. I think we just have similar personalities in some senses.
Yes. Yes.
So,
and because I come from a family of there's 5 girls. So, you know, I always wanted to have a boy because I came from sisters. Right? I had all girls around me all the time, right? So I wanted sons. And I got 2 girls. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I think so having that sisterhood already with my sisters, and then I wanted to make sure that I had a very close relationship with my daughters because we're staggered in age as well. So I think the second last. So I think, you know, I didn't have as that close relationship with my mom. I think maybe because too, like, you know, by the time she came around to me, you know, she's tired, right? No.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
But so I wanted to make sure that I had a very close bond with both of my daughters for sure.
Well, here's the other daughter that goes, yes, be very careful. I love the synergy of your family. Debbie goes, the body scrub is amazing.
yes.
Paula Joseph, who is extraordinary, says amazing idea, love it. You know,
Thank
Paula,
you,
you may have
Paula.
to.
Yeah.
Paula, I see like something there. I find I'm thinking of a project that you can put in the Noire Box. So Paula is a designer, interior decorator. She does floral things. Now maybe this is the part where gift cards can come in. Black female business owner can put their gift cards, and she does invitations. And you know that idea we spoke about on the weekend, which we'll talk about offline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paula Joseph can design that for you. She
Okay.
is that supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And Joan says, using each other's strengths in the plus in the business relationship side. Love it. And I'm
Yeah.
thanking everyone who's tuned in live and on the replay. Yes, Paula, we have a project for you. We were talking on the weekend. So trust me. Paula's like, yeah, Nicole's always See, I'm the visionary, and then I can say, here, everybody just go do it. Just go do it.
Excellent.
What challenges have you had to overcome working together?
Schedule wise,
scheduling.
think schedule's one big thing because I still work full time, 40 hours a week, and she's a
Wow.
full-time student. So getting in that time, that balance.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's about it. We have so much fun.
We really get along, actually.
Yeah. Knock on wood, it stays like that, but yeah.
And then we both start and then we just cool off.
Yeah.
And we don't hold grudges. We don't have any hard feelings. Like even if one seems a little angry with the other, like it's funny.
like,
We
okay,
kind of
so
just,
cool.
it's done. Yeah, it's done. And then we kind of just move on to something else.
What's the trick to getting over anger?
Ooh.
I don't know. Just go for a walk. Go find something. Put a label on something.
Yeah.
Pack a box.
And sometimes breaking down the anger. Like, what is it that made you so angry, and why did it make you so angry?
Yeah.
Sometimes you realize that like you really are getting upset over nothing.
Yeah, that's you.
Getting to the root of it. And for everyone live and on the replay, let me just tell you, we are listening to 2 phenomenal women. I hope you've been taking notes. And even it's just in the subtle messages of how you get along and the synergy of the 2 of you. And Paula says, I'm in. Debbie's dropping some hits. We need some Black greeting cards. Focus on women. Paula, see what's happening here is inspiration is being birthed out of this conversation.
Excellent.
And Debbie, we want to know what you're going to be coming on doing, because you know you're a woman with some talents yourself. I'm telling you, I'm coming on the show. She's hiding. Madge Hit says, I love the relationship between these 2 ladies.
Thank you,
Madge.
Madge.
Love it. You know, it is phenomenal. And so the box is built around the products for women, bringing in, you're supporting Black business women, Black business owners who have products geared towards any woman. It doesn't have to be specifically for Black women. That's what I like. It's versatile. And So it's all about self-care. What do you two do for your own self-care?
You go ahead.
I'm in a regular, I'm in a regular like skincare routine now, and I like to have my hair masks. I take my baths, and yeah, I like to take care of myself. I don't know. You just need to take care of yourself. Sometimes everything, especially as like a full-time student, I've been a student also forever. So for my mental health, it's just just a reminder, just take that time and just chill out, take care of yourself, refresh. Because you're not going to be able to, you can't function or do anything on like a clouded mind if you're not, in some sort of like good frame of mind. You're not going to be able to function. So
I'm still, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I still need to work on my self-care a little bit better. Being a mom, you tend to just give yourself to everybody else first, right? And being a wife, you give yourself to. So now that they're all grown and I've got my time to myself, I'm still working on making sure that I'm getting in that self-care.
You need to do the self-care. Maybe you should get a box.
I know, right?
Maybe get a box, open the box, use some of the products in the box, do the old self-testing there. And so I have a question here. I'm going to cause some controversy in the family just for a hot minute. So what's the favorite thing in the house, snapper or flying fish?
Oh, snapper. Sorry.
The Jamaican food is winning. The Jamaican food is winning. I wish I knew more of the Bajan foods. I may have to call in some of my Bajan friends to call it out here as to what's really winning in the household of the Jamaican versus the Bajans.
But she doesn't cook a lot. My dad does most of the cooking.
Well, this is the thing. The Jamaican father does most of the cooking, so this is why.
Listen, ain't no arguments there. No,
not for me.
There. No arguments coming there. So who prefers bath or shower? Which is it for self-care, bath or shower?
Me, I'm shower.
For self-care?
Yeah, I'm not a bath gal. I really am not a bath gal. I try. You know what's funny? I get in the bath and I'm like, okay.
You're stressed.
Like I'm more stressed in the bath because I'm like, hey, why do I didn't
well, of course, Xaria's the bath. Xaria's
the bath. I'm in there, get my iPad. I'll like put on Netflix. I get comfy.
Wow.
So it seems that we need a bath pillow and we need some other products to make it happy, and with some movies by some Black Canadian movie makers. So we need to just like anybody here live and on the replay. I'm just saying, if they are a female Black business owner and they want to get involved, how do they get involved to be part of the Noire Box?
You want to take it?
Sure. They can go to our stationnoir.ca, and we have a contact us page there where we're asking you can send us an email there and let us know what your business is. And then we'll get in touch with you from there. We have a supply agreement that we could send out to you. We can further discuss details that way, but we're always looking for new partnerships or add some more things to the box, as we'd like to add some different elements. Like right now we have a lot of self-care products in terms of like your skincare and your face. So, but we'd like to add some more
like candles.
So we need a Real Talk candle in there, right? We need a Real Talk candle in there. So if anybody knows Real Talk candles, we need you in there. We need a Real Talk candle in there, Rachel. Okay, go ahead. What else do we need in there? What else do you want in the box?
We were looking into some tea companies. So if you have it's always nice to have a nice tea to relax with, some wellness teas.
Okay.
Any kind of wellness products. If you have a wellness product that is a balm or
even like hair products too.
Like we don't have any hair products in the box yet.
Now. Yeah, I'm going to give you a list. There's a great female here. I've run out of her product, and which is unfortunate. But Susan McDonald has a great hair product.
In Canada?
Yep, in
Yeah,
Canada.
we
And
want to
she's
deal
been
with
at it for a while.
Canadian. We
Yeah,
want to
she's in
deal with
Canada, and
Canadian.
she's a trichologist as well, if I remember correctly. So she understands here. She studies here. So yeah, she's excellent as I think about it. What else do you want in the box? Let's see. Live and on the replay. Anybody listening, if you're thinking, and I see Franklin Levy is watching the conversation.
That's the chef.
That's the chef. I might have to send over an Uber after the show. What else do you want in the box? What else would you love to have in the box?
Well, surprisingly, we've had a lot of men that are kind of like, is there an option for us? So it would be nice to kind of have like some beard balms,
Ooh.
beard oils, some more, like, I guess, men's products, because they seem to be very interested.
Yes.
So would you do a men's box and or would you be open to doing like a couples box, or that kind of a box?
We're trying to figure out whether or not we're just going to keep it seasonally. We know we're going to go to monthly at some point, but we're also trying to figure out if we're going to theme these boxes in that as well. So
yeah, because I see them doing that a lot in the States. So the sky's the limit with the Noire Box.
Oh yeah.
But going back to the controversy for a hot minute, Debbie brought in the Xaria Beijing card has been revoked, right? Right. Joan is like some flying fish and cuckoo.
Yeah.
What's the
Flying
victory
fish
speaks
and
through
cuckoo.
without a little controversy happening on the, It's supposed to be speaking victory, people. You're making me contradict myself here on the show. I'm going to show you some flowers now, because you know what? We all need to give each other our flowers. Lovely relationship shines through. So
Thank
Gail,
you.
I'm finding out a little secret about you from your sister. Gail is our cocktail master. Since this pandemic, we've been missing her chemistry with the shaker. So maybe you need to add that to the box. Maybe you need to a cocktail mix to the box. We're going to get creative. We're going to get creative in this season. We're going to get, this season calls for creativity, and
Yeah.
and that's what you've definitely shown. Where does this creative side come from? Who's the creative one in the family? Maybe it's Layla. I don't know.
Layla's very creative.
Layla,
for sure.
yeah,
She's
you know
definitely
what?
the most creative.
I think you actually might be right there.
Yeah.
She really is. She's
Layla's definitely the most
very
creative.
artsy.
Yeah.
So Layla, I'm calling you out. How are you going to get involved in the business? Just saying. You may not want to answer live or on the replay, but I'm just saying. Are you ready to get involved in the Noire Box? Talk to your sister and your mom. I gave them some ideas on the weekend. Maybe you can do that part of the company that we were talking about. So what do you have to do? Oh, wait a second. Let me just drop this comment here. Track says a lot of products are gender neutral, like the body and lip scrubs. That's true. That's true. So there is some, and of course, as you said,
That's
your
our
friend.
other sister.
Yeah.
That's Tracy's our sister.
Ah,
sister.
Tracy. I wonder how much boxes you ordered. Yep. And okay, Layla's right here. I love any crafty stuff. Yeah, this project is going to be for you. I'll be talking to you after, Layla. We're going to have a 3-way call after this conversation. You might be regretted that you opened up the Pandora's box. So in this process of doing this business, what was the most humbling thing for you? When did you just have to just humble yourself and yield to the process and just throw your hands up in the air?
For me, it would be like when it came to like the initial costs, like how much money was going to go into everything. It was kind of like, oh. But I don't know, like it was humbling for me because it was money I earned and I was putting it towards something. Like it was going towards something that I knew it was going to be an investment for my future. So I don't know, it hurt in the moment, like seeing it leave the account, but it'll pay off.
You know what? It will. I almost feel like Tracy Moore needs to have this on one of her shows, and Marilyn Dennis. I'm just calling it out there for all the people that are live on the replay who know all these folks. We need to get the Noire Box some national footage so that it's sold out for the June. I'm booking my June box now. I have my April box already bought, but I need my summer box. Oh my God, the subscriptions. Those of us that are coming in the front end, we need some. We're putting in our orders now. So what did you have to humble yourself? In what way did you have to humble yourself or yield to the process, Gail?
to take a step back and let Xaria take the reins and not, well, be mom, but sort of be employee. I joked around one time and sent her a text saying, "Yes, boss."
She's probably like, "Yeah, you got that right." What advice do you have for anyone starting their company right now? A young woman or a mom or an older woman or a mature woman. I shouldn't say older, mature. Any woman in particular, because I think, we as women have been, sometimes we hesitate and we, in the pandemic and things are changing. What advice did you, would you give to them? And what advice do you wish you even had when you started the company?
There we go.
Advice I would give is definitely do your research like thoroughly when it comes to like who your competition is, when it comes to costs, what it's going to be for material to get vendors, whether or not like your project's even going to be like doable, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like research is definitely like big and good. She's like, always on it. Researching everything. So it was kind of, it was good. She got on me for me to do more research in myself too. Because then I can be like a little lazy or lackadaisical with my research. So she definitely got on me with that.
And don't give up. I mean, it's you're gonna have time. Like we had a couple of moments where it was like
is this
the
doable?
website?
Yeah.
We were like, what's going on? Like, 'cause we attempted to do that at first ourselves. And actually, yes, we'd like to also give a shout out to my nephew, her cousin, Debbie's son, Nathaniel Thompson, who did our website. He did a phenomenal job. He totally saw the vision we put forth and brought it to life. He's on Instagram, designed by Nate, and his own website, nathanielthompson.com.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So great website.
Nathaniel, we need to have a conversation. Just saying. We may need to have a really good conversation. So, what's the best advice you've gotten so far? It could be any time. What's the best advice you've gotten that has made you the two women that you are today?
I guess like from what I said earlier is that like I can do anything that I put my mind to. If I set my mind to it and I'm really determined and I've done my research to prove that it's doable, then I can do it.
That you're not going to get anywhere without taking a risk.
Yeah.
So just like, the slogan for the lottery, you can't win if you don't play. Same thing. You can't get anywhere if you don't take a risk, right?
You can't win if you don't play. I love that. What would you say to your younger self, Gail?
Oh, pay more attention to the things being said to you by people that are older and wiser than you.
Okay. What about you, Xaria?
To my younger self, I guess just be more aware, I guess. Maybe I moved through life a little bit too blindly. I don't know. So just
comfortably.
Comfortably, yeah. I think that's what it was. I didn't really get out of my comfort zones until like post-secondary for sure. And even like up until like the last couple of years. So even still, I'm kind of in a comfort zone.
I could talk to you guys all day. So you're giving me life. You're really giving me life tonight. And as we wind down the conversation, this show is called Victory, the Victory Speak Show. And so, what does victory mean to you, Xaria?
Victory. I don't know. It's like that Nina Simone quote where she says, like, you know what freedom is to me? It's no fear. I guess that I don't know. That would be kind of like my victory is me having no fear and being able to just fearlessly do this with not, nothing holding me back. I guess I don't know that anything's really holding me back right now, but it's yeah.
I love it. You live fearlessly. What about you, Gail? What does victory mean to you?
Feeling a sense of accomplishment in anything, like even if it's like the smallest little thing that I just got done that day or that week. If I feel like I accomplished something, to me, then I feel like I was victorious.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, checking something off your list. That's like really
You know what? It's the small victories that matter, that end up to the big victory. Because one of the things that you know what I did for myself this year that I never did before, I saw somebody started that great, we all talk about the Grateful Journal. Great, 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 great. But she
Right.
had a grateful jar. So I got a box that someone gave to me, which I love butterflies. And it was this butterfly box. And so every week I tried my very best. Some weeks I missed, so I missed last week, but to write down the victory moments of that week. And
Yeah.
what she does is, if ever you're feeling down or you forget, go into the and pull out something to remember the victories. And by the end of the year, you should at least, even if you did it once a week, you should have 52 victory moments.
Yeah.
So imagine if you kept doing that, you would have a really great start. So Zaria, if money wasn't an issue, what would you do?
Like with the business or just
Just
in
in
What would
general?
you do? What would you do? If money was not an issue, what would you do?
Yeah, I'd be like on a private jet and I'd be flying. I'd, I'd be traveling. I'd be like pandemic who? I'd be like out there.
I love it. What about you, Gail?
I'm actually the same thing. I would just be traveling the world and then just resting on a beach.
Yeah.
Or a couple different beaches.
Now we're appreciating the beach, aren't we? Now we're appreciating the beach. So if you were to look back on your life, so 20 years from now, Zaria, you're in your 40s. You know, we're not going to say anything, Gail.
Okay.
We'll be a little further ahead. But 20 years from now, when we look back, what do you think will matter to you most?
For me, sustaining our relationship.
Oh,
Yeah, because I don't want to like not be close with my mom.
Oh, you can make me cry.
So,
I know
I
it.
told you. Yes, Zaria. Yes, you did it. Are you able to talk after that, Gail?
Barely.
That was good. That's good. So let me say the question again so that Gail can get her composure. 20 years from now, looking back on your life, what do you think will matter to you most?
That I felt that I did a good job at raising two amazing young women. Yeah.
Mm,
I
yeah.
think, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think you
Am I?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I love Paula here. Wise, wise young woman. You are totally wise. Listen,
You.
I am loving it. And if there is anything else that you want the world to know, listen, I'm just your conduit here. What would you like to share? It could be a quote, it could be a piece of advice. As we leave here tonight, what would you like the world to know?
Ooh.
We're almost out of Noire boxes. No.
Get your Noire Box now. Follow us on Instagram and on Twitter. Yep.
We're in a really crazy time right now with everything that's been going on, not just with the pandemic, but with all the social issues and the anti-Black racism. So just to remember that, you know, we all bleed red, you know, and we all really, it's time for everyone to come together and for us to just to live in unity.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, you're getting some hearts from Carrie. Leela is saying, I love you both so much. You're doing great. And Rich is saying, Bob's twin.
You need to block him out of here.
And Trish is saying, you know, great interview.
Thank you, Tracy.
And it truly has been a great interview. I am so excited that the two of you were able to make some time out of your hectic day. And listen, people, this interview, for those of us living in Canada, our major networks went down today. So we weren't even sure if we were able to even do this show. So the fact that we know that we are doing this show and we got to do this show, I am so pumped and excited.
Oh yeah.
I want to be sure. So we're like, okay, I'm like, however we're going to do this show, I don't know, but we're going to figure it out. We're just going to plan and work like we're doing it. And I'm just so grateful that you guys came on. I am excited. For anybody live and on the replay, if you know of a female black business owner who has a great product, quality product. We want quality product. We want sustainable product. We want products that will stand the test of time and that is made with love and that is made with care and is operating with integrity. I want you to shout them out and send them their way. Some more comments, maybe biased, but both of these beautiful women are inspirational. You know what, Debbie?
Thank
You're
you.
biased,
Yeah,
but you're
thank
true.
you.
It's so true. I don't love them more than you, but I love them just as much now. So how's that, Debbie? Um, Joan is like fantastic interview. What a bond. It is so true. And
Thank you.
it is so true to see, two fabulous women like yourself coming together. And as you know, as I'm coming up to Mother's Day and as we're coming up to Mother's Day, um, and some people's relationships are strained. And let's leave with a good note from mothers to daughters and daughters to mothers. And then, well, for mothers who have sons, but we're going to focus on the women right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to bring the dads on in June and deal with the men. But for mothers and daughters, what advice do you have for each other?
Oh, like for like my advice for you?
Yeah.
Or for
For each other.
for anyone, you just
Oh.
go. You go with the flow.
Oh, for mothers and daughters thing. Try to always try to have an open relationship with your child. It can be difficult sometimes because they might tell you things you don't want to hear. But if you try to remain open, then they will come to you and talk with you. I feel that we have a pretty open relationship. I know you don't tell me everything because that's just the way it is. But
And that's a good
always
thing.
just try to keep things open.
Yeah. Keep it open.
Try to keep things open. Love it. Well, Xaria and Gail, it has been indeed a pleasure having the two of you on tonight. I am so excited. I'm so happy that I got to know the two of you. And for everyone who tuned in live and on the replay, we are glad that you tuned in tonight. You are watching the Victory Speaks show. And as we wind down tonight, we're just going to do a little recap and we play a little music. We play a little calabash as we go out the door. And if you haven't ordered your Noire Box yet, for those of you that are live, you might be lucky. That might be one or two left in the kitty. You don't have much time. But Zaria and Gail shared so many great tools with us tonight, and you saw the synergy of when two people come together, a partnership, mother and daughter, learning to know how to respect each other. Respect came out so well tonight, having a vision and finding the opportunities in the crisis. It was so good to hear that Zaria and Gail found the opportunities in the crisis and just shared their love for one another, shared their beauty of one another, and they made us know that we can do anything, that we have to take care of ourselves as human beings, as women. We have to be intentional so that we can achieve our vision. We have to cultivate our vision and work with each other. They were iron sharpness tonight. They sharpen each other. And that so came out in this interview. And they are transformed. And as they are transforming us, the other thing I love about this interview and the two of them is that they celebrate each other. There was true, honest ovation happening tonight. And there's restoration in the self care. So remember to do some self care for yourself and yield to the process. Be humble. Remember, victory is your portion. You are in the revolution of minding your mind, enhancing your mindset, enhancing your wellness, and living a victorious lifestyle. Remember, you don't have to get across the finish line first. You just need to cross the finish line as your best self. I am Nicole Waldron. You've been listening to the Victory Speaks show, and I'm your mental fitness coach and your voice of victory. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Victory Speaks 7. And you can subscribe to the YouTube channel Victory Speaks 7 as well, where you can listen to this interview on the replay, shared with your friends and your families and any Black owned business owner, anyone who knows you think that wants to support a Black business. This is a perfect product that you can give as gifts, that you can use as, many people are doing, event planners are doing gift boxes for their award recipients. They're doing gift boxes for their speakers. This is the perfect kind of gift you want to just have in your arsenal because you just need to give it to someone and you need to get it before it's finished. Now, you can also watch the show again on the Victory Speak 77 page. And now be sure to also tune in to the Victory Speaks podcast on Spotify, Apple, and anywhere you can listen to your podcast, where I share the Victory Speaks formula, the guide to living a victorious lifestyle. Now, I'm also on Clubhouse on Victory Speaks, and we have many conversations on Clubhouse with various great co hosts. And we have the Canadian Black content creators. We do a talk every other Thursday at 6. I connect with Danny Stone, Coach Stone, and we do some living your best self. And so there's so many ways that we can enhance each other to have great conversations so that together that we can cross the finish line together, united and strong. Remember, love is in the details. Every day, seek to have an inspired conversation with someone you love, someone you meet today, or you've met along the way. And that conversation can just start with a smile. Your conversation should be inspired by truth, your love, and your story matters. Thank you for tuning in, and may you see many victorious moments in your week. And I'm just going to say bye. This is Gail Xaria and myself saying bye. Thank you for tuning in. We're so honored. Take care. Bye.